Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak and I am here to share with you another fun technique for your A to Z technique book. If you're a new subscriber, thanks so much for popping in. Be sure to hit the red subscribe button and the little notification bell next to that, so then you will be notified when I upload new videos. So what I'm going to share with you today is something really fun. This is called a faux leather paisley. Now, if you're looking for these instructions, I will be uploading them to my blog, which is over at stampinsuecreates.blogspot.com, and I will have a page there, A to Z techniques, and you can copy and paste the directions. I should have them up by tomorrow. Today is Monday, and I should have them up after I upload all these videos sometime later in the day or tomorrow. But you'll see other techniques that I've done, or you can go ahead and screenshot this photo right now. And the faux leather paisley technique is done this way. This is what the technique will look like. It looks just like faux leather. It's really fun. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to take a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and I'm using today the Painted Seasoned Stamp Set, which is free with a purchase during the end of March 2019. There is coordinating designer series paper that goes with it, and it is absolutely free, the stamp set and the paper, with a $100 purchase made through the end of March 2019. There is also an additional set of framelits that you can purchase with our celebration coordination. So I'm going to use this flower right here. I thought that that was a fun design. So first off, it says to stamp design with soft suede ink onto crumb cake. Whew. I can't read today. Cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And this is a beautiful stamp. Let me get a piece underneath here. The way that this stamp is made, I forget the name of what they call this, but if anybody remembers, post it down below in the comments. That it is etched in that all the shading is already done for you. So isn't that beautiful? Okay, so then the next thing that I want to do is I want to sponge with crumb cake ink. So I have a little sponge here with my crumb cake ink over it. And just going to go ahead and do this. Turn this around. And then you're going to go ahead and do it with the soft suede, which is what you stamped with. I have a different sponge for that. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Alright, let's put that aside. So now what it tells me to do, I'm going to move this all aside because I have this paper underneath me here that I can clean up. So what it tells you to do, this is what it will look like, okay, is to turn it over. And I have a Stampin spritzer right here, and inside of this I unscrewed it and just poured in some of this alcohol. And I know there's different percentages of alcohol. I mean, this is the one I have, 91%. I know there's other ones out there, you know, I don't really know if it really matters, but that's the one that I used, in case you're wondering. So turn it over and spritz with alcohol. Okay, just like that. We're going to wet it with the alcohol and then crumble. Okay. I'm going to just kind of wipe this up with the back of it. Now, the reason they probably tell you to use alcohol is that alcohol tends to dry quicker than water. Okay, so I'm just going to crush that all up. So then allow it to dry and sponge with soft suede ink. So we're going to hurry this up. We're going to use our heat tool. And let me turn this over. And this is the sheet I have underneath here is something you can purchase I bought it from Amazon, and it's great for protecting your work surface. And it's also heat resilient as well, so it'll work great with the heat tool. This will help speed up the process. We're all about speeding up the process, right? Okay, all right. So allow to dry and sponge once more with the soft suede ink. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this in, and we're going to sponge again with the soft suede ink. Just like that. Okay, so next what we want to do is we're going to bring in our Versamark ink pad, and we are going to take the ink pad right to the paper, just like so. There's a few steps in this technique, but I think it's a lot of fun. All right. Then I have a little coffee filter here. Let me move this aside. And I'm just going to put this into here. Sprinkle my clear embossing powder all over this. And the little coffee filter helps me to put it back in the jar, because we're not going to waste any of this embossing powder. This embossing powder goes a long, long way. Alright, tap off the excess. And we have this. And then we're going to go ahead, bring in our heat tool again. And we're just going to heat this up. There's nothing more exciting to me than using the heat tool and embossing, even if it's a technique like this. One of the first things I learned how to do many, many years ago when I first started Stampin' Up! Is embossing. And I just thought embossing was just so cool. So here we go. We heat it until glossy. And there we have our faux leather paisley technique. So let me bring this in here. Turn this over. And we have our little, I have a piece of garden green cardstock that I'm going to, as soon as I find my adhesive, oh, there it is. Using my fast fuse. I know it's retired, but when Stampin' Up! Was having a huge sale on it, I stocked up, because many people did not like fast fuse, but I have to say it was one of my favorites. So we're just going to go ahead and put our little technique on our card. So there we have. Now here's the one I just did with you, and here is the other one. Can you even see that? But it is a faux leather, so it looks and feels just like a leather. So let me go ahead and get my technique book out. And we will go ahead and add this to our technique book. There we go. So we have our faux leather paisley technique added to our technique book. Isn't that fun? I thought that was a really fun technique. Something really different. And let me bring back the one that I did previously. And here we are. Isn't that fun? So I hope you give it a try. If you do, be sure to let me know. Go ahead on over to my Facebook page at Stampin' Creates and share what you did, how yours turned out, what stamp set you used, and what you think of the technique. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you back here again real soon. Have a super Stampin' Day. Bye-bye for now.